Hey guys, it's Claude. We're back today with a deck opening. And we are slowly approaching 1,000 subscribers. I cannot believe it. How incredible is that? Thank you guys for all your support. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead, feel free. I do open deck usually at least 5 days a week. And it's something I will continually do. I'm hoping to branch out and get a few other things under my belt, but right now I've been busy for a while and I'm trying to get some things in line so I can eventually maybe start streaming, whether it's on YouTube or Twitch or whatever. I want to be able to vary my content, maybe show gameplay, stuff like that. Alright, so it's a Red Archon. Untamed is the first house. Logos. And Dis. Let's look at this. So it's the... Is that the turtle body? Looks a little bit different. I guess that is the turtle body. It's like a huge crown, maybe. It's more like, I guess, flames with like waves behind it. Only one bigger hand. Look at that tiny short hand. This is like a T-Rex hand right here. Maybe it's trying to celebrate Worlds Collide. Actually, that'd be funny. So instead of like legacy cards, there could be future cards. So this has a card from Worlds Collide, not even out. Of course it does. It's the Desolate Juror. And I'm hoping this will be the first time we find an amazing Untamed inside of Age of Ascension. I still have not found one inside Age of Ascension. All right. We are starting off with Untamed. Oh! Probably my favorite card in Untamed for Age of Ascension. It's Punctuated Equilibrium. Play. Each player discards their hand, then refills their hand as if it were the end of their turn. Such a good card. Niffle Grounds. It's an artifact. Amber, whenever you play it. Action. Choose a creature from the end of the turn. That creature loses taunt and elusive. Life Web. 1 amber whenever you play it. If your opponent played 3 or more creatures on their previous turn, steal 2 amber. This is so hard to actually get the steal effect. Do not hold on to it. Just play this card anytime you call Untamed. They're everywhere. Amber, whenever you play it, deal 2 damage to each enemy flank creature and 1 damage to each enemy creature not on a flank. Oh, and save the pack. Very nice. So good together. Destroy each damaged creature, gain 1 chain, so it's a combo. It'll take out all of your opponent's creatures as long as they don't have armor. Regrowth. Amber, whenever you play it, return a creature from your discard pile to your hand. Persistence Hunting. 1 amber whenever you play it, choose a house. Exhaust each enemy creature of the chosen house. Marmo Swarm. 2 power, gets +1 power for each amber in your pool. Key Charge. Lose 1 amber. If you do, you may forge a key at current cost. Glimmer. 1 power alpha. Play. Return a card from your discard pile to your hand. It's pretty good to get back your Punctuated Equilibrium. If you know your opponent's been like building to maybe a certain house turn, forcing them to discard that hand and draw a whole new hand is pretty nice. Fang House. 3 power. Assault 3 and Hazardous 3. Dusk Witch. 1 power. Omega. Elusive. Your creature is interplay ready. Now we're on to Logos. It's Pocket Universe. It's an artifact. You may spend amber on Pocket Universe when forging keys. Action. Move 1 amber from your pool to Pocket Universe. It's great for all those steal and capture decks, but it's not so great if your opponent has a way to destroy this artifact because you will lose your amber. Sloppy Labyrinth. Amber, whenever you play it, archive a card and discard a card. I like that because it helps cycle a little bit quicker. Seismo Entangler. It's an artifact. Action. Choose a house. During your opponent's next turn, creatures of the chosen house cannot be used to reap. That's good. Jar Goggle. 2 power elusive. Play. Put a card from your hand face down under Jar Goggle. Destroy it. If it's your turn, you play the card. If it's not your turn, you archive that card. Wild Wormhole. Amber, whenever you play the top card of your deck. Titan Mechanic. 6 power while it's on a flank. Keys cost -1 amber. Titan Librarian. 4 power at the end of your turn. If Titan Librarian is not on a flank, you archive a card. 2 of those. Cool. Poke. Amber, whenever you play it, deal 1 damage to an enemy creature. If this damage destroys that creature, you draw a card. Library of Babel. It's an artifact. Action. Draw a card. Hex Beyond. 2 power destroyed. Archive Hex Beyond at the top card of your deck. A lot of archiving in here and a second Hex Beyond. Now we're on to Dis. 3 Fates. Amber, whenever you play it, destroy the 3 most powerful creatures. Life Ward. It's an artifact. Amber, whenever you play it, sacrifice it. Your opponent cannot play creatures on their next turn. And an Unlocked Gateway. Those go great together. It's Omega. Destroy each creature. Tesmal. 2 power elusive. Reap. Choose a house. Your opponent cannot choose that house as their active house on the next turn. 2 Tesmals. Nice. Schuler. 5 power. If your opponent has 4 more amber, you get to steal 1. 2 Schulers. Oh, our last deck had 3. Could you imagine? Okay, I was going to say, that'd be amazing. Not finished with you. Amber, whenever you play it, shuffle any number of creatures from your discard pile into your deck. Misery Exploit. That's great with They're Everywhere. So if we didn't have the Save the Pack, this is a nice follow-up to that They're Everywhere. Gain 1 amber for each damaged enemy creature. That could get big. Lasher Broken Dreams. It's an artifact action. Keys cost +3 amber during your opponent's next turn. Call of the Week. 1 amber whenever you play it. Destroy the least powerful enemy creature. And the final card of the deck. Binding Irons. Your opponent gains 3 chains. Okay, this is interesting. I feel like I said a lot of amber cards as I went through that, so let's count those up. A little bit of amber control, not too much. Let's see. Yeah, I guess Logos was a little bit light in the amber, but still not bad. Oh man, maybe I'm misremembering. God, I thought there was a lot more than this. All right. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Only 14. Okay. Oh, okay. I see why. That's probably around 15 minimum. Was there any other that was kind of like that I missed? Oh, I guess I was also thinking about the fact that, so I'll explain a little bit more of this. This helps you get amber a little bit quicker. Same with the Glimmer. But yeah, okay. So that's not too bad. 15 amber. Not bad at all. Let's look at amber control. Once again, we cannot count Life Web. It is so unreliable. I have personally only ever stolen 2 amber ever with Life Web. So that tells you just how inconsistent it is. So it's just going to be Schuler's and the Lasher Broken Dreams. Yeah, okay. Ooh. It is good that Lasher Broken Dreams is reusable, so that's nice, but if that's your only real amber control, it's not that good, only because you have to hope to draw your Lasher Broken Dreams early so you get uses out of it. If this is towards the bottom of your deck, and you only have 2 Schuler's that you're relying on to try and control your opponent's amber, it's not going to work, guys. It's a sad situation, but it will not happen. Alright, so let's count up the creatures, because obviously this deck must have something going on in here, but I felt like we were a little bit lighter in Untamed again when it comes to creatures. Seem to be opening up a lot of Untamed lately that has regrowths and things that involve creatures, but not many. It's kind of sad. AoA, I don't know if it's just my luck or if it's just in general. Does it have less creatures? Is that possible? I don't look at the numbers like that, but I don't know. It's just a weird thing how I only ever seem to get 3 or 4 Untamed creatures. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. See, only 4 again, unless there's one hiding in here. 5. 10. Only 14 creatures? Come on, no way. I had to have missed something, right? 14 creatures? Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me get this straight. There's 14 creatures. There's about 15 amber in here. What is the rest of it? Is it just filler? Okay, let's look at the cards. I've never actually looked at cards that aren't creatures, aren't amber control, and aren't amber. What are they? What is filling up this deck? Okay, so Binding Irons, Unlocked Gateway, those are fine. Library of Babel, Seismic Entangler, okay, that kind of helps slow them down. That could be some amber control. Pocket Universe, Key Charge. We are not going to be reliably able to forge a key with this. Sure, we can Glimmer this back and maybe then Reap and do whatever, but it's not something we're banking on happening. Safety Pack is nice. Punctuated Equilibrium can actually help us go through the deck a little bit quicker, but I don't know how good that is. Like, being able to get a few more Untamed cards. Let's look at the Untamed package one more time just as a whole. See if it kind of makes sense. Maybe if we hold on to it, have like a Untamed turn where we play 5 cards, one of which is Punctuated Equilibrium. We're hoping to draw into more. What do we have? So I guess it's not too bad because we could have some control elements. You have the Persistence Hunting. They're everywhere with Save the Pack can do that. You know, dropping down the creatures. Hopefully Omega's in the second hand. But the problem is you don't want to draw Glimmer after that point because you can't even play it. Yeah, I said Life Web's not that great. Grounds are okay. At least you get some amber. I mean, even playing these creatures isn't that great of an effect. Because, I mean, Marmo Swarm, yeah, it can get big, but it's always constantly shifting up and down. If your opponent gets like 3 damage on this thing, it's going to die. Fang House is just okay, but yeah, and these are, I said, they're kind of conditional, so you don't want them at the wrong time. So yeah, Untamed is just, once again, lacking. What the heck? Although, to be fair, Logos wasn't too great either. I mean, I like the 2 Titan Librarians. I like the amount of archive it has. But, you know, honestly, a lot of the Logos in these AoA decks have some good archiving. So this isn't anything super great, having these 5 cards that archive. Yeah, it's just kind of okay. And Library of Babel, I'm not a huge fan of it. Yes, it's fine, but it's never a card I'm that excited about because a lot of times maybe I get one more Logos card I can play. That's a big maybe. Seismo Entangler is nice, but yeah, Pocket Universe, not so hot. I don't know. Not sure what's wrong with these decks. Just not feeling it for some reason. Even like, what, is there only 4 creatures in all of this? I mean, what the heck here? So we got 2 Tesmals, which are great, and then 2 Schulers. I mean, they're fine cards on their own, but when that's all you got, it's so easy for your opponent to deal with these. If I'm going to have creatures out, I want my opponent to be forced to make a choice. You know, do they let the Tesmal survive because they have to kill things like Professor Sutterkins? I mean, in this deck, they're just going to kill the Tesmals. It's too easy of a choice for them. Yeah, creatures are better if they are threatening something. Yes, and Tesmals do threaten, but the rest of the deck, there is no threat whatsoever. 3 Fates will help us against some of the Brobnar Sanctum decks, but yeah, I mean, overall, I don't know, there's a couple of small combos and synergies in this deck, but I'm not really feeling this one. Kind of a shame. Alright guys, the rating for this deck, oh gosh. It's so mediocre on several levels, and once again, there's combos, but they're not like game-winning combos. They're just kind of nice things that usually complement good decks. So I'm going to have to give the rating of this thing probably around a D+. It could be as high as C-, but I'm just going to stick with the D+. Alright guys, well thank you very much for watching my videos, and I will see you next time.